When you want to say something, your brain sends a signal to your lungs, mouth, tongue. In a moment, you pronounce the word. Light reflects off objects. Your eyes translate it into electrical impulses, and your brain understands what you're looking at. Talking, moving, seeing, breathing, it's all a split-second transfer of signals going on in your body. Now, imagine you have not 2, but 16 billion eyes, hands, and feet. No, your own physical body hasn't changed at all, but your brain is taking in information from 8 billion other people on the planet as well. Because it's not your brain and mind. All these bodies are controlled by one common brain. It's not as sci-fi as it sounds. Collective intelligence already exists in nature. Beehives and ant colonies have a unique ability to work as one single organism. A colony of insects resembles a working brain, where each individual inside is like a neuron. So, what if evolution created humans, not as independent beings with our own personal thoughts, known only to us except when we decide to share them? Let's say we're all one big colony with a single shared brain. But for fun, we'll say you're not part of this unified brain. You're a space traveler, and you've just arrived on Earth. The dominant life form is the human being. The first thing that strikes you is communication. You're talking to a young guy on the street. "We live here," he says, and abruptly walks away. "In peace and calm." A woman riding a bike zooms past you. "All the people here," a construction worker shouts from the roof of a nearby building. "Work for the common good," an elderly lady says, sitting on a bench. You communicate simultaneously with all people, as if with one person. If someone starts a conversation with you here in the city, then any person on the other side of the planet can continue the dialogue. 8 billion people on Earth know what you're talking about right now and know what you look like. As a single organism, the entire world population is aware of everything happening at any moment in time. There's no need for phones or texting. You don't need to call and check up on your friend or relative. You know how they're doing, and they know how you're doing. One person can't do something in secret from others. It's as if your pinky toe decided to live an independent life. You'd immediately know about it. You can't plan to take something without asking or do someone wrong. That person shares your thoughts. You can also forget about surprising someone with a gift. They already know. They were in your head when you bought it. In ordinary life, every person has their own inner world, secrets, mysteries. Not anymore. Here, everyone knows everything about each other because we are each other. People see the same dreams. No one's hiding anything. Lies no longer exist. For such a huge organism in the form of billions of people, there's only one goal: prosperity for the unit. People here don't build monuments to themselves. They don't create and compete for hundreds of different brands of cars, phones, accessories, or clothes. Everyone lives like bees in a honeycomb. Many of the houses and buildings are completely identical for the sake of efficiency. But some are real works of art. Beautiful architecture and highly developed cities are decorations for the global mind. Every resident knows exactly what their duties are. That person uses a car to deliver cargo. Another is walking to an office every day. Others use planes and ships to get their job done. There are millions of different tasks, and none of them is pointless. If the brain wants a castle, the individuals build it. If the brain needs a spaceship, they create it. Many inhabitants work in a power plant or food factory, so everyone gets all the necessities for a normal, comfortable life. There's no need for newspapers or official announcements. If scientists make a discovery, each person on the planet will know about it instantly. A lot of jobs involve keeping an eye on the planet and atmosphere so it doesn't get too dirty. It's all for the good of the common being. If even just one of the individuals isn't okay, anyone nearby will do everything possible to help them. Think of it like one of your fingers being weak or hurt. The whole hand can't grasp as strongly. Again, the unit needs strong, healthy individuals. But it's not all work and business. Any brain likes to relax, so people here organize parties on a planetary scale. There's also entertainment, just not the kind you're used to. No one makes movies or TV shows. There are no actors or glamorous stars. And what's the point of scriptwriters or a film crew if the rest of the planet knows what it'll be about and how it'll end before the movie even comes out? No, the main entertainment here is science. So many resources are thrown into exploring the planet and space. The entire world holds its breath as a submarine descends into some unexplored part of the ocean. What's that? A new species never seen before in the Mariana Trench. As soon as the scientist sees the underwater cam footage, the whole planet rejoices at the discovery. Still, there are countless jobs connected to space exploration. The brain strives to find someone similar, another thinking being, an unknown one. Improvement and preservation of cities and nature. It's all top priority, so people can work and study comfortably. If you're working on a book or scientific article, it's much easier to do it in a clean place with access to food and water. When you, the visitor, arrived on this earth, you were given the most generous welcome. You're the second mind in this world, and you're very interesting to billions of people. But our collective mind comes with familiar baggage. The brain of an ordinary person isn't perfect. You know that feeling when you doubt yourself or you can't make the right decision. Part of you wants to quit a job you don't like, and the other part persuades you not to. You constantly go back and forth with your mind, lost in your own thoughts. It can distract you from work, keep you up at night. Here, these doubts are projected onto billions of people, and conflicts arise among them. Maybe the rooftop worker would rather be controlling that sub, exploring the ocean depths. Yes, everyone is needed. What they do is just as important. But we all have preferences, right? The collective mind can get upset, feel exhausted, or be desperate. We're still human after all. When this happens, the population slows down. The brain is sluggish, production lags. It's as if the whole world is in a fog. But sooner or later, this feeling passes, and the collective brain is in a good mood again. The busy bees return to their usual routine. Progress continues. Every year, the organism expands. More and more people are born. In the future, space and resources may no longer be enough. That's why setting up camp on a different planet is a growing priority. The first ships have already been built. They'll send hundreds of thousands of people to the Red Planet. As soon as this happens, the brain's horizons will expand. People still on Earth will know everything happening on Mars. You've been living on this Earth for many years, documenting what you see, this strange but highly efficient human being. But you've also noticed mysterious creatures living here. They only appear at night, live deep underground, and look just like the rest of the humans. But the oddest thing is that the 8 billion people and their collective intelligence don't notice these inhabitants. Soon you realize that these creatures are the subconscious. They hide somewhere deep, but at the same time, they control all those who live on the surface. As in the ordinary human brain, the subconscious mind is a mystery here. It affects the emotions and psyche of every person. It may even be the source of the collective dreams everyone has. The deepest fears of this species, their unified worries, the being, might not be able to explain why it feels so foggy and anxious sometimes. The subconscious below is pulling the strings. Or even behavior. Every memory the brain makes, all the information it takes in, it goes to those below. They use this information to protect the species. Ever had a gut feeling that you're making the wrong decision? Probably because you've met a similar situation and didn't learn from it. You don't remember, but your subconscious does, and it's trying to steer you in the right direction. All of it, above and below, preserves the species. Looks like the human being will be just fine.